Since it began 25 years ago, Sea Gull Century has attracted cyclists of all ages from all over the country. The event started with less than 100 participants and has grown over the years to include up to 8,000. Amy Waters, Director of Leadership, Giving, and Stewardship at Salisbury University, has been the coordinator of the event for the past 8 years. She says Sea Gull Century is Wicomico County's largest one-day tourist event.
The hotels are all booked up, and they're booked up pretty much from 6 months leading up to the Sea Gull Century.
The Century takes riders on a scenic 100-mile course across terrain that has been described as ideal for cycling, compelling many of them to return year after year. Professor Memo Duricker, founding director of the Purdue School's Business, Economic, and Community Outreach Network, says that those returning riders are extremely beneficial to our local economy.
People have to stay at places, people have to go out and eat, people have to buy gas. Those kinds of things are standard, but when people come here and make a weekend out of it, they also have less inhibitions about spending money than they would at back home, so they're buying all kinds of things.
Waters says the vendors, who sell anything from ice cream to jewelry, must pay the university far in advance to secure a spot at Sea Gull Century.
They'll probably fill up come January, February of this year for next year's Century. And there's probably about 15 storefront vendors that sell merchandise and goods and products.
Bonnie Arundel, who has served at Fratelli's Italian restaurant for over 17 years, says that Sea Gull Century is one of their busiest weekends.
When they come in town, we have to put on extra servers because we want to make sure everybody's taken care of, and then the whole restaurant runs. All of our 3-party rooms are full, the main dining room is full, everything's full when they come in town.
Duricker says the same is true of countless businesses all over the Eastern Shore during that weekend.
We're looking at an economic impact depending on the weather, what's going on that weekend, etc. That can be anywhere from $2 million to $3 million, sometimes even $4 million for our local economy. That's a lot of money, especially for a county like Wicomico.
Waters says the economic impact doesn't start on the day of the race. It starts with things like ordering event t-shirts.
I'm not going to go and buy them from North Carolina or Ohio or wherever. I always like to try to stay local with supporting our local businesses in regards to Sea Gull Century and the services that we need, along with the different other aspects, supplies and everything.
Although the economic impact is huge, Duricker suggests there is more to gain from the event than just money.
What a wonderful thing for our university, for people to experience this beautiful campus, for people to see how great a place this is to go to school. When they send their kids, their family members, their colleagues to look at us as a potential place to do their higher education, the benefit keeps coming.
According to Waters, the money made from vendors and sponsors goes towards donations to local nonprofit groups and student scholarships.
Last year, we awarded 11 scholarships at about $7,000 total for all those. So that's a nice piece. They have to be involved in Sea Gull Century somehow, whether they're riding the tour or they're volunteering.
Sea Gull Century will celebrate its 26th anniversary in 2014. In Salisbury, I am Matthew Bennett reporting.